Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you to my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all and welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. So everything is alleged, some it's not. And the Fair Act use is in my description box, y'all. So let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. There is a new report coming out right now about Krayzie Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony. They're saying that he is, on his way to do the second surgery. I don't know if this started already or whatever, but they're saying that today is the day that they're going to go back in and try to stop the bleeding. Okay, y'all. So he could be in surgery right now as we speak. Okay. Prayers up. Prayers up for Krayzie, y'all. Prayers up for him. I really didn't get a lot of sleep last night because I was thinking about him. And then people were sending me so many things. A lot of people were sending me videos, all kind of stuff about him. And I stayed up half the night, y'all, just going over the videos and everything. And I don't know, it's just something about him. It's just so close to home. And I think this is why I have a connection with him, is because I kind of felt similarly to the way he was feeling. Growing up in a family, in a household of Jehovah's Witnesses and stuff like that, and never getting baptized, but still in all having a relationship with Jehovah. Okay, y'all? I just went through a lot of stuff that, he had put out on social media. Some of his music, I went and listened to some of the music, all kind of stuff. Somebody posted up like his last live and all of that stuff. I was looking at that. And to be honest with y'all, that last live he did, if that's the last one that I saw, he didn't even look sick, y'all. He looked healthy on there. So it just makes you wonder, like, what the heck set this off? And a lot of people in my comment section were saying that when you have, a bad immune system in the first place, okay, you got an underlying issue, rather, anything can set it off. You can get pneumonia, you can get the flu, you can get anything, and it can set this off. But just out the blue, all of a sudden, and why this year, y'all? I'm just saying, he has been suffering, and dealing with this since 2016 or more. So it just makes you wonder, like, why 2023, y'all? Okay. As I was going through old videos, all kind of stuff, newer videos, older videos, I went through a lot of stuff. People was telling me, go do some research. So I did a lot of research last night on him. And I just feel like, I have a little connection with him. And I'm gonna tell y'all why I feel like I have a little connection with him is, he grew up in a household with, Jehovah's Witnesses, and I did too. Okay, and I'm gonna tell y'all this: when I was younger, I was I had to go. I was made to go to the Kingdom Hall. I never got baptized. He never got baptized. Okay, but he still studied, and he still a lot of stuff stuck with him. A lot of stuff that he was singing, recent songs, he was talking about Armageddon and all of this stuff. And you kind of know Jehovah's Witnesses kids with the way they talk, especially if some of the stuff stuck with them. Now, some people, it don't stick. I'm gonna just be completely honest. And even if they don't get baptized, some people, some stuff still stick. Okay, and that's just like with me. I never got baptized. I never wanted to be a part of the Jehovah's Witness little circle, but I believe in Jehovah, and I just wanted to have a personal relationship with God on my own without having to go get baptized and be associated with a religion that does things that I don't like. Okay, they cover up too much stuff when it comes to, that touchy feely stuff when it comes to the kids and the this and that and that and this. A lot of stuff that's going on in the hall. They get away with it. Okay, y'all. They tell you that don't call the police. Let us deal with it. They go by there and pat these people on the back when they're doing wrong and tell them ain't nobody gonna. They call it disfellowship, and you can't talk to them for a period of time. And then when the brothers at the hall feel like that period of time is over, then they'll say, oh, this person is reinstated back in the hall, and you can talk back to them. But never mind what their background is in doing something to little ones or whatever it may be. They act like it just goes away. Okay, and I just don't like that at all. People should be punished when they do some wrong stuff to anybody, especially little ones. Okay, y'all. And Jehovah's Witnesses, they cover that up, and that's one thing that I don't like. Okay, and I'm gonna tell y'all this. Someone sent me a video of him talking about how the whole song came about with the Ouija stuff. Okay, and he said that when they made that song, it was about an experience that he had. Okay, y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all this. As a kid, and I'm not trying to take up for no demonic stuff and this and that and this, but as a kid, and I'm sure it's people probably in my comment section that will say this, when you grow up in a religion and you're being pushed into this religion and made to go, and you're overwhelmed by it because it's just so many days of the Bible in your face, more than your homework from school was in your face. They had the Bible in your face. This is what Jehovah's Witnesses do. They overwhelm their kids with so much stuff. And it's like they're outsiders. They're outsiders. When they go outside to go to school, to this and that and this, they're not to associate with people. You're not supposed to associate with other people. You're only supposed to associate with other Jehovah's Witnesses. Now, the thing about that is, if Jehovah's Witnesses kids, and they have a lot of people in the hall that think they're better than other people, believe it or not. If their kids don't, you don't really fit in with them too, and you don't socialize with them, or they think that you don't have as much as their family do, or whatever, you're not treated equally, that you fit in with them either, then you're kind of the eyeball out. You can't socialize with people at school, and then you're not socializing with the people at the hall either. So it's other than your family, and it's your family or it's by yourself. Okay, y'all? And it is what it is. He said something about the Ouija stuff, and he was saying how that song came about in the first place. Okay, he said that he was at home, and he said his room was in the attic, and I thought this was bold for the other kids to come over there and bring a Ouija board to a Jehovah's Witness house. I thought that was odd. So that itself seemed like his friends was a curse, to be honest. Okay, and remember, like I told y'all, I was thinking about what I said in the numerology, that the curse is broken. I said, I don't know why that would come up, but if something was telling me to spit that out and say that the curse is broken, it's finally broken, or something like that I said. And I was like, I wonder why that popped up. And when people were sending me stuff, and then this guy's video said something about they were cursed, it made me think about something somebody else sent me, and he was talking about how the Ouija song started. So some of the other members of Bone Thugs and Harmony came to his house when he was little something, and they brought a Ouija board to Jehovah's Witnesses' house, y'all. Y'all. And they took it up to his room, and he played it. And this is how that song started in the first place. So this is one of the reasons why Jehovah's Witnesses don't want their kids dealing with outsiders that don't go to the hall, because it's easier to be influenced if you don't have a strong will. Okay, y'all? And go in a different direction. So while the mom and daddy, Jehovah's Witnesses, their kid is upstairs with their friends in the attic playing with a Ouija board. And I'm going to tell y'all this. Some kids, they don't understand what they're learning until they get older. Okay? And I'm going to say this. This is why I feel like I have a bond with this guy. Him playing that Ouija board and going ahead, he was like, forget it. Just go ahead on and play it. A lot of kids at that age, they don't believe in Satan and God and stuff like that. Even though you're being pushed a Bible in your face every day. I fought tooth and I'm telling y'all, I fought. I was so sick of going to the hall. I didn't know what to do. That's why I told y'all I just was running away from home. Because I couldn't take it anymore. Police bring me back, and before they could pull off good, I been and went out the back door. I was just overwhelmed with Jehovah's Witness stuff and this and that. You can't do this, you can't do that, you did da. It just was driving me insane. Okay, y'all? This is how I felt as a child. And I'm going to tell y'all how I felt as well, as far as Satan and stuff like that. People were pushing the Bible off on me, but I couldn't believe the stuff that I was believing. Watching. We had to watch the 10 Commandments movie and all of this stuff. We had to watch it as kids. And I was like, that ain't true. You would just see it as, this is just, why ain't no miracles happening now? That was my thing. I was always questioning everything. I did that all the time. That's why I do it now, because I question everything. When I was younger, I was like, yeah, right. Somebody put their stick in the water and the water turned red. Yeah, right. This, yeah, right. Why ain't no miracles going on right now? If all these miracles happen in the Bible and blah, blah, blah. This is how I was. So why ain't it going on now? But as you grow up, you open up to a lot of things. Remember I was telling y'all awakening popped up too? Awakening came up in his numerology as well. And another song that he put out was saying that he was going to basically get a second chance at life. That he was going to get a second chance at everlasting life. So basically he was saying that he turned himself around and got closer to God than the bull crap. And this is why he was feeling like that he deserved a second chance. At everlasting life. This is some of the songs that he did recently, since the whole Bones Thugs and Harmony stuff started. So, I want to just say this. It's a lot of people that probably experienced playing with the Ouija board because they didn't believe it at first. They did not understand the severity of a Ouija board, okay? And I'm going to tell y'all this. This happened to me too. I didn't believe the Ouija board. I didn't believe in Satan. I didn't believe that Moses parted the sea and all of this other stuff. I didn't believe that stuff. Okay? I didn't believe everything that was being put in me. But as years go on, you understand stuff. When he was younger and they brought that Ouija board on there, he was questioning all of that stuff. He was probably questioning Jehovah's Witness stuff. But he had to go to the hall anyway and deal with it. He was questioning if even Satan was real. Because he was questioning if God was real. So for him to play that Ouija board at a young age and his friends bring back, only thing that you hear bad stuff about the Ouija board, but when you watch movies and people playing with the Ouija board and all this stuff going on, some kids have a curiosity as really, does this really happen? Really? Or is this just stuff that they put in the movies? And I believe that he played that Ouija board without really believing what was going to happen. Now, he did say this, and somebody in the comment section was like, notice he said he wouldn't tell us what happened when he played with that Ouija board. My mama would lose her mind if she knew that I played with a Ouija board too when I was younger. And like I told y'all before, my great-grandma, she was the person that, she would, great-grandma or great-grandma, she used to be the one that a lot of people would come to and buy just little jars and stuff, little potion stuff. And people, I was kind of close to her. When I went to visit her and stuff, it was like a favorite one. I told y'all this. I was surrounded by all of this stuff. Okay, y'all? And people felt like, oh, she might have that what her great-grandma had because people was paying. She had boo-goo money, businesses, all kind of stuff. And she got this from selling these little potion things and stuff that people would actually come back. You see this in the movies. People come in and pay for somebody to, they want their boyfriend to love them, or they wanted to be bonded to their boyfriend and this and that. People would pay her for this stuff. Okay, y'all. And at the same time, I'm sitting up here going to visit my great grandma and looking at her do this stuff. Then I go back home and my mama is making me go to the, to the hall. It was like you sitting in the middle, like, really, this going on, that going on. This, I often wonder why these people were spending their money on a jar with some oil or something in it that she didn't mix together, and they were giving her boo-goo money. They were standing in line to, this is all she did all day long. And I was like, I can't believe these people is this Nupits Day that they paying her for this. But they were saying that this stuff really works, and your great-grandmama, she know what she doing, and blah, blah, blah. This is why I got a connection with this guy, because it's like, I didn't understand that stuff back then. And I think that it is a reason for everything. A lot of people feel like that Ouija board stuff is fake, and it's not real, and it's just that. But I'm going to tell y'all this. He didn't tell people what happened when he played with it. But I'm going to tell you what happened when I was younger and I played with it. It's real. It's real. And stay away from it because it's real. Okay? And if you are a child that ever call yourself experience the Ouija board and trying to play with it and this and that and that and this, make sure you close that door. Don't leave it open. Close that door back up. Do not play it and then leave it open that you're still open for some darkness to come in your life. Don't do that. Close that door back. Even if you're older and you was like, I shouldn't have never did that, go back still and close that door. Okay? Maybe this is why it came up that the spell is broken. Came up in his numerology. Okay, y'all? Then he said that the reason why they made that Ouija song is because he sung about what he did in his life. Okay? This is why he made that song. Now, a lot of people are sending me messages saying he dibbled and dabbled and all of that dark stuff and this and that and that and this. And, you know, he had this coming to him and this and that and that and this. But a lot of people is not feeling that way. When you change your life around and you want better and you want to teach somebody else something, not what not to do, this is what he did. People were in the comment section saying, oh, he should not have. You see, he said he played with the Ouija board, but he wouldn't tell you what happened. That's probably an experience he didn't want to just bring back up again. I don't want to bring it up, but I'm going to tell you what happened when I played with it. I was in a room with a dog that was not mine. And a dog tried to jump out of the window. Okay, y'all? When I saw that, the dog acted like he was petrified. And this was a big old huge dog. It wasn't my dog. It was one of my friend's dogs. The dog tried to jump out of the window. Jumped on the ledge and everything. We had to grab the dog by the legs to get the dog not to jump out. And we just stopped playing with the Ouija. Okay? Now, did it do what the stuff this did on the movies? That it be moving by itself and all of that stuff with your hand on there and it just moved? It didn't do that junk. It didn't do none of that. Okay, so that is, to me, fabricated in the movies. I'm just telling y'all from my experience. That's fabricated in the movie. I didn't see, that thing did not move by itself. When everybody put their hands on it, none of that happened. But something did happen in that room for that dog. Big old huge dog, too. It was a Rottweiler. Tried to jump out of the window. The dog acted like it was trying to run away from something. And they always say pets sense stuff, okay? And I do know that from the movies that pets can sense things because they show that in the movies that, like, if there is, you know, an entity or something in the room, a pet would notice it there before people will, okay? And the dog did that. I promise y'all, I am not lying to y'all. This is what happened to me when I was young. And dealing with stuff like that. Was I around somebody that didn't go to the hall? Yes. Okay. And kids can get into things and parents never know. I never told my mama about this. She gonna know now, though, y'all, because I'm telling y'all, this is something that I am letting a cat out the bag that happened in my life. And when I looked at the video and he was talking about, we did this Ouija board song because him and his friends played that Ouija board. His friends brought it to his house. And he said he did not want to talk about what happened. But he did say this is how it happened. And this is why that song came into play. Okay? Was he still dibbling and dabbling in demonic stuff with their videos and this and that, and him saying that he didn't understand that they were putting this in? He just thought it was cool. This is what he said. He said he thought it was cool for them to put in a song their experience about playing with the Ouija board. And then when the directors and the producers of the videos and stuff put this stuff to match up with that, they thought it was cool. He said he did not know the severity of it until later. I believe him because I didn't know the severity of playing with that Ouija board. I didn't know. But I did it. Do I still play with Ouija boards? No, I'm a grown woman now. But I wasn't grown then. And this is something that other kids experience. When some kids are just curious like that. Some kids don't believe. And then they are curious on top of it. And that's how I was. I was curious about things, But I always felt, even now, I felt that God still was looking out for me. Whatever it is that I did, he still looked out for me in every which way. And he never let me go that route or to that dark side. Even though, yeah, I got, my record, I messed my record up doing just stupid stuff, hanging out with the wrong people and this and that. But I truly feel like the reason why a lot of things that I did was because I was running from things that was going on at my house with I'm telling y'all, when you are getting a Bible shoved in your face 6 days or 7 days out of a week, it will take an effect on you. Some people that went to the hall, I'm going to just be completely honest with you, some of their kids lost their minds completely. There were people that I went to the hall with when I was younger that they ended up, going to the loony bins. Okay, y'all? Because their parents just, you can't overdo anything. If you overdo everything that you, and just bog a child down with certain things, it will force them out to other people. But I think that this was my path to learn about everything. This is why I joined Street Association, to learn about that type of life. This is why I kept running away, to learn about other things. I ran into people that were like guardian angels to me, and I didn't even realize it back then. When I think about it now, like, I was out here doing, running away from home and ending up in places where I shouldn't have been. I could have easily been, ended up in some kind of traffic and stuff. I could have easily, because of running away. And I ran into people that were street walkers. Okay, y'all? I ran into people like this that was selling the cootie cat. Okay, y'all? And somebody was gimping them. Okay, y'all? I ran into people like this. And when I ran into people like that, these girls, just one female, she was so nice to me. And she sit there and she talked to me. And she said, we talked about our lives. Two strangers don't know each other from Adam, but two different lifestyles. And she was somebody that was being forced on the street to sell things. And she talked to me. I got that experience from her about certain things. And then all of a sudden she was like, you got to go now. You got to go. You got to go. Leave. Hurry up and leave. I never saw this female again. I don't know if she's alive or not, but I'm going to tell you, things she said to me stuck with me. Okay, y'all, it stuck with me. And I think about it now, the reason why she told me to leave is because her big gimping was on his way back around her, and she didn't want him to pull me into that lifestyle or to try to grab me up. She told me to leave. And I left from where she was, I was just coming through. It wasn't like I was just hanging out with her, this and that. But I went on to my auntie's house from meeting up with this person. And I think about it now, like, God put people in my path to teach me things. And he kept me safe on a lot of things. And I say, even though I didn't believe then, I believe a lot now, y'all. I believe a lot. And this is why I talk about the things that I talk about. Just like he said, he rapped about things that he experienced. This is why he made that song Ouija. I talk about things that I have experienced too. And Lord knows I'm going to have this conversation, because I know my mama going to watch this video and she going to be like, well, when did you play with the Ouija? I know she going to say this. But I tend to have a connection with certain people. And when as I was going on and on and on, sitting up here, listening to the videos that people were sending me and all of this stuff, things were just clicking together as to why he was always the oddball out. He was. And somebody else put something in a comment section somewhere, and they said that he was the one on the outside and the other guys was more closer than him because of the fact that he stood out. He was the Jehovah's Witness son. And the thing of it is, y'all, people will put send certain things your way. You have to watch. This is why they talk about this in the Bible. They talk about bad association will spoil useful habits. Especially if you're not a strong person. But this guy right here was strong. Even though he went through all the stuff he went through with the group. And then I saw that the group was like getting into it in the cutie pie, y'all. The one with the light skin, the one with all the hair that was I remember him. Y'all, he was the one that was the problem child. Because he was, sipping a little too much. So the group couldn't really make the money. They could have made even more money than what they was making. Okay? But he was a problem child because he couldn't control his sippy. The really light-skinned, cute one, y'all. A lot of people say that, Krayzie Bone was the leader of the group. He was the leader. And that's odd to me, too, because he was the one that had the background. And maybe that's why he was the leader, because he wasn't going to let things go too far, but he did things to a certain extent. But he still drew the line when it came to certain things. This is why he had that meeting. And I don't know that y'all listened to that meeting, y'all. Matter of fact, I might want to play that meeting, a little bit of that meeting for y'all. I don't know that y'all ever listened to this meeting, but let me see, can I find it real quick? And just play a little bit of it, because people were sending me all kind of stuff, y'all. Oh my goodness, I got so much stuff. But let me check and see. I think I saved it. He had a meeting. Give me a second, y'all. So this is one of the videos right here. It's called Bone Thugs and Harmony E 1999 Eternal Mr. Ouija Map Curse Decoded. Okay. And that came up that the curse is broken. And I was like, wait a minute. What is this coming up? So y'all can go look at that video too. Let me see if I can find it. It's another one. Oh my goodness, there's so many videos that people send me so much stuff. Did I save it? I have to put another video together to put it up. If y'all haven't heard that interview, I know it's a part of it on here, but I have to find it. Anyway, he is talking about a meeting that him and a couple of the, I guess, people he know, probably the group members, went to a meeting. And at this meeting, elites were trying to get them to take their music and keep their music in a direction of pushing the stuff that they're pushing now. And the meeting is basically telling you what Jay-Z did, but he actually sold his people out. And they didn't. Okay? They left the meeting. They was actually kicked out of the meeting. But Jay-Z seemed like the type that he just went full force with it. They promised them things in this meeting that if you continue to put out this type of music, to mess up these kids' heads out here, because this is what they're doing, so that they can commit crimes and all of this stuff, push satanic stuff, push street pharmacy stuff, push this Fruity Pebble stuff, push all the stuff negative that you can push on these kids. And we will let you invest in private prisons. This is what he was talking about, y'all. And it goes to show you, this is what Jay-Z did and others are doing right now. There are so many people that's probably invested in jails and stuff like that right now. And this is where they're making their money from. And I'm going to tell y'all this, it makes sense. It makes sense. If y'all have anybody that ever went to jail, then you would know right now that it is so expensive in there. If you put something on their books, they barely can get a candy bar and a pop, y'all. Okay? A juice or water or something like that. Just send them $20 and see what they come out with. Okay, y'all? Not too much or nothing. When a candy bar costs almost $3, it don't make no sense. Okay? When you pay for a can of sardines or something like that, and you almost pay $6-7 for one can, if not more than that, y'all. This goes to show you what it's about now. It's about money. And then if you want to talk to your loved ones, you got to pay for them phone calls. You got to pay for them visits if you want to see that person while you talk to them. It's a lot go into the jail system, and people like, how's they making money? And then not to mention, a lot of people that's in the jail is working for 5 cents, 10 cents, and they're doing stuff that people in factories do. Okay, y'all? It's a money thing. It's a money thing, and it's control, and it's a form of, to me, slavery. It's a form of slavery. This is what they doing. It amazes me that we have people out here in this world that knows, y'all. They knows that Beyonce and Jay-Z is demonic, and they will go buy a ticket. They'll go in debt buying a ticket. People open up so many credit cards, and just so they can go to Beyonce concert. And word on the street is her tickets was in the thousands. It cost thousands of dollars to get her tickets. And people actually went out and got in debt, y'all. They are still paying back right now those credit cards that they paid for those tickets for on. And Beyonce and Jay-Z is probably sitting in a house, their $200 million house, laughing to the bank. Okay, y'all? They're laughing at them. They are laughing at them. You all would pay that type of money so somebody could probably put a spell on you while you're out there in the audience in the first place, and make this person that much more powerful. When you have somebody that's demonic and then you turn around and support that person, you're putting money in the pocket of Satan. You're making him more powerful. People are talking about this. Jay-Z having a museum this year. Opening up a museum for Jay-Z, y'all, a devil worshiper that sold out his own people to get closer to Satan. This is what y'all are paying for tickets for. Jay-Z can go buy some tickets right now, and people gonna flock to go buy them. But this is the same person, allegedly, that's putting out the type of music that he wants y'all to get zooted out y'all mad and listen to and go get in some trouble, so y'all can go to jail and go to his jail, and he make money off of y'all. This is what's going on right now. And this person right here, I don't care what people say about him. Y'all can say what y'all want to. Oh, he was doing dark magic, dark stuff, and da 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 da. This is one that dealt with things in his circumstances as he could. And he came out on top, y'all. He came out of that, you know what I'm saying, on God's side. So this is why I'm supporting him right now. I don't care about the stuff that people are sending me and saying that everybody has a path. Everybody has a path and a path that they must go on. Okay, y'all? Some people are still asleep and they're not waking up from stuff, but some people are waking up and they're seeing. As I got older, I sit back and I think about the stuff now, and everything is like a puzzle that's coming together of what's taking place right now. And you can believe it or you ain't. And some people have to learn the hard way. They have to learn stuff on that. I was one of them that had to learn the hard way on their own. I had to learn. I had to learn that these Ouija boards is real. I had to learn that on my own because I didn't believe it at first. And sometimes you have to experience stuff to believe it. And sometimes people will listen to people and be like, okay, I'm listening to what y'all saying. I ain't doing it. But sometimes when you got these little hard-headed kids, they're strong-minded. They're going to do their own thing and find out their own way about what works and what don't, and what's real and what's not. I had to learn that the hard way. I learned that Satan was real when that dog tried to jump out that window, y'all. I also learned that God is real too. How many times I have been protected. I almost lost my life in a car accident. The car shut off. before it slammed into the viaduct, y'all. It shut off. It was going full speed ahead into a viaduct, and I knew I was a goner. My life flashed right before my eyes. And you know what happened? The car shut off right at it. And everybody around me, the people in the cars around me, was looking into the car like, oh my God, like they had experienced a miracle. And I was looking, my heart was beating fast, like, what the heck just happened? But that's what happened to me. And this has happened to me on several occasions, okay? When I was dealing with somebody that was abusive, and I was coming home one day, a dog just followed me home. Followed me home for blocks. And back then, I used to just walk everywhere because I was out here swerving, and I would walk wherever I had to walk because that's how I made my money back in the days. And how does a big dog follow you home that you have no connections with, no type of connections with like that? And I wasn't scared at anything because I felt at that moment that he was sent to me for a reason. I don't know what. And I just let him in. He went home with me. And when I got to the door, he had followed me for like 6-7 blocks. So I was like, come on in. You might as well come on in. And I fed him, and he sit there, and he was humongous, y'all. But before I made it home, that same person that was abusive popped out of nowhere on me and was like, oh, I see you got a dog now. And he went on about his business. That night, I still sit back now and I wonder, was he going to do something to me that night? And out of all of the times when I was younger, I always had something on me. I don't think I had nothing on me that day. And I sit back now and I'll be like, thinking about a lot of stuff, and I'll be like, well, I know God is real. I know Satan is real too. And I know one thing too, the closer that is, the more brave that people are getting that's out here showing that they're, loyal to Satan and this and that and that and this. It tells you right now, we're at that stage right now that we have to make a choice. We have to make a choice. We either going to choose evil or we going to choose righteous. Okay, y'all? And it's either or. People have to pick a side now. They have to. Either you're going to be out here with these devil worshipers or you are going to believe in God. One way or the other. I ain't saying you're going to go to church. I ain't saying you're about to go get baptized and all of that. Because I'm a true believer in having a relationship with God and not having to go get baptized. And I still treat people the way I want them to treat me. But I'm going to tell y'all stuff as I see it. And this is why I don't hold nothing back if I can possibly, put it out there without getting in no trouble. Y'all, I try to keep an open mind about stuff. And I see things in other ways that other people don't see it. And this is why I said, I don't care what people are saying. Like, you don't know they had the devil worship stuff through a whole bunch of their videos and the this and the that and the that. When these guys was coming up, they didn't have anything. They were poor. They were doing what kids do, especially if you're a type of child that is curious. They were doing what kids do. Your friend, you didn't want to think your friends think you was a punk either by not playing that with that Ouija board, but at the same time, it was a curiosity in him that I wonder, is this really true what they state about this Ouija board? He found out it is. They get signed. Finally get signed. Somebody finally noticed their music. Fly them out, sign a deal with that person. And the person that they signed that deal with passes away. And somebody said this in my comment section too. You know what they said? They was like, I wonder if, and this was a really good point that somebody said. They was like, I wonder if Eazy-E was taken out so that they can control this group. This is what somebody said, and I never thought about that. Everybody thought that people wanted Eazy-E out the way because he was trying to, fire his manager and all of this other stuff. He had fired him and he was mad at him and all of that stuff too. But you're talking about the hottest, fattest group back in the days. Like when Eazy-E came out, people weren't thinking about, not Eazy-E, when Bone Thugs-n-Harmony came out, it was a whole nother ball game. It was different. It was fresh. And until still to this day, you can go listen to Thuggish Ruggish Bone and all of this stuff, and you gonna be bopping to this like that. He snapped on it. They snapped on there. And if Eazy-E saw them as dollar signs, y'all don't think that somebody else didn't see them as dollar signs too? Yo. And where they could take this group to, if they possibly could get in their heads and do them like they did Jay-Z, just think of where they would be at if they would have stuck to all that demonic stuff. Really stuck to it. And he didn't just, nip it in the butt, a lot of it. Think about it, y'all. They would have been really huge. Look at Doja Cat right now. How they got her on a pedestal. Somebody said in my comment section, if they were really into all the demonic stuff, like that was posted up on all of their stuff, they would be getting shout outs from Drake. All these people would be supporting them. That was demonic. They would be representing them to this day, but they not. These people would be put on a pedestal. They had to go through the back door and work their tail off on their own to keep their name alive. Other people in the industry wasn't backing them. The people that back each other is the people that is demonic too. Okay? That don't mind doing whatever to look who supports Doja Cat. Look who Beyonce and them support. Megan Thee Stallion and look at all the stuff that Megan put in her videos. Okay, y'all? Satan people, they support Satan's people. They're not getting supported like that. So that goes to show you that the industry had pushed them out, even though they still kept afloat and still made it. They did it, on their own. Other people that was into satanic stuff did not support them. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to that, y'all. They didn't support them like that. And I was like, that's a good point that they just said. They got out here in the mud to keep their own name alive. And then I noticed the recent videos of Krayzie Bone is by himself. It's not with a group. He's doing his own, he was doing his own thing by himself, y'all. That tells you a lot right there. In the direction that his music went in. He's singing about Jehovah. He is actually putting Jehovah's name in his music, his rap music. He's talking about eternal life. He's talking about Armageddon. He's talking about all this stuff in his recent music. This goes to show you where his man was and what direction he was going in. I find it odd that out the whole group, he's the one that is fighting for his life. And out the whole group, he's the one that was the Jehovah's Witness child. And everybody else was down for whatever. Okay, y'all? I find it odd that he's the only one that's sick. And this is a serious illness. It is. It's a serious illness. But why this year, y'all? The year of Skull and Bones. And a lot of the videos, I went back and watched a whole bunch of videos. I even watched the videos that look satanic. I did watch some of those too. And it's skull heads. And this is the year of Skull and Bones, 2023. This is the year. Skull heads on the table, all over the video, all over the covers. It's like this was bound to happen. But is there going to be a miracle take place and he make it? Because he's going into his second surgery today. And he got a lot of people pulling for him, y'all. He has a lot of people pulling for him. But like I told you, I still try to see the bright side. I still try to look at it as, will he, if we do lose him, is God just, collecting his people? Ask yourself this question. Because Satan is definitely, I keep telling y'all, collecting his. Just like Doja Cat and all these people are working overtime to collect souls much as they possibly can. God has people and put people in positions, y'all. No matter how they got there, they are being put in positions to fight this evil and level it out. Remember, I was telling y'all about it was something came up in his numerology about leveling out, the scale. A scale or something came up. Is he a part of leveling out the good and the evil? I'm just saying, y'all, it's a lot of evil going on right now. Any time you can go on tour and you're a satanic worshiper and you make $2 billion off of all these lost souls that you got coming to see you, no matter what you out here doing. They get, God has to have his people out here too, working to try to combat this stuff that's going on out here, to talk about it, to reach people. I never thought in a million years, especially when I was younger, ain't no way in the world I'm going to grow up and be talking about Jehovah and this and that and that and this, and talk about God and stuff like that. But look at the direction that my life went in when I was fighting it so hard when I was younger. Okay, y'all? So you never know why, when, and who and how your life is going to take, a turn. You never know. People would have never thought that. They wouldn't have. They would have been like, you are out your man. Ain't no way she talk about the Bible. And scriptures and things that I remember as a child, because my mom put it in my face over and over and over again. And I think about it now. About, bad associations, spoils useful habits. If you have a child that you're trying to drill in them good things and they start hanging out with the wrong crowd, something comes from that. When they say the curse is broken, they were cursed from the start. Their manager passed away with that package soon as they signed. That left them in limbo. But at the same time, they were so talented. They were at them. The industry was at them. The vultures, they was having meetings with them, telling them how they can, it ain't even about you making money out here. We can make sure you make money. You just do what we tell you to do, and we gonna make sure you rich. We gonna let you get in on some of what these white folks is rich off of, these prison systems. We gonna let you in. You gonna be that house ninja, okay, y'all? That we gonna let you enjoy this money with us. But he stood up against it. He wasn't having it. Like, they got kicked out of the meeting, y'all. But there were other artists that were there that sit there and stayed. I wonder, was Jay-Z there, y'all? I'm just saying. I wonder, was Jay-Z there? Because look how his life has taken a toll. He's all into sports. They banned into the sports system. They banned into the jail system. They banned. And look at all of these people that's in the sports that's passing away right now, y'all. It's a dark cloud over sports right now. And look who is all up into the sports now, y'all. Jay-Z. It's a dark cloud over a lot of stuff that he has gotten into. And people are sitting back wondering now about these museums that's popping up. If you would do a whole museum about Jay-Z, y'all. And Lord knows, when I just think about that, I think about when Beyonce opened up a church, okay? How in the world can you open up a church and you a devil worshiper? And somebody came in my comment section and it was like, Ms. Lowdown, that church burnt down. And it makes me wonder now, is that museum going to burn down too, y'all? Because that's the Museum of Satan, Jay-Z's museum. I'm wondering, is that going to burn down? That came to my mind. If Beyonce church burned down, then is his museum going to burn down? And what does museums really represent if you got people out here putting devil worship person on a pedestal, making a museum of them? It makes you look at museums in a whole different light, don't it, y'all? I got the talks today, don't I? But they then brought out the preaching in me right now because of the fact that, like I told you, I went through so much stuff, so much videos, and him saying that he didn't understand all of them skull heads and all that stuff that they was putting on the cover. He just thought it was cool if it would Bone Thugs and Harmony. But think of it. This the year of Skull and Bones. Why wouldn't Satan come for one of the Bone Thugs and Harmony? And this is the year of Skull and Bones. Think about it, y'all. And somebody said this in the comment section, that poison came up in the numerology. Did somebody give him something? Is this why he was spitting up so much blood? But the sickness also does that as well. But why this year, y'all? Why now? Ask yourself this question, why now? There is so much going on right now and so many subliminals and things that we have to put together on our own. And when it said awakening, we all got to wake up. We all have to wake up. There are kids out here right now that's probably going through the same thing that I went through when I was younger. That parents is pushing them. And I hope and pray that there are Jehovah's Witnesses right now that's probably still, Jehovah's Witness is probably doing the same thing that my mom and them did to me. I hope and pray that they are looking at my video and they wake up. Because you can overdo it and you can push that child into the wrong direction too. I was one of the lucky ones that got, was protected. But what about the people that they're pushing their kids and they're not protected? And they get out here and something happened to them. And back in the days, it wasn't as much trafficking and stuff as it is now. It's more stuff going on now than it was back then. So when you're doing this to your child and pushing them till they break, people are going into institutions and all kind of stuff. People are running away to kids, joining street associations. This comes with you pushing them. Give them a break sometimes. They don't have to go to the hall Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. And then go out and field service on Saturday, going knocking on their own friends' doors from school, knocking on the doors, and then you get to school the next day and they talking and laughing at you. You don't have to make them go to, all of their family members' book studies. This is what I went through. Book study, my book study, my cousin's book studies, the this, the that, the that. Let a child be a child too. Let them enjoy life too. If the people at the hall is not feeling your child because you have less than them, and they got a friend at school that don't get in no trouble, let them have friends. Even if you have to, just like they used to do back in the days, and chaperone dates. Chaperone their friends, but let them have some type of life. Because I'm telling you, you could be doing more harm than good. You can. I was burnt out to the point where I was just did not care anymore. I didn't care. When I joined the street association, I was like sitting back thinking of ways to make the street association better. We should be doing this. We should be doing that. But even the street association wasn't doing what they were supposed to be doing, just like everything else that, I was come into it, and I was like, this ain't even about what I thought it was about. I thought they had each other back. They're brothers and sisters. This was a group of people. They were hating on each other. They didn't want no unity. They didn't want to make no money. They didn't want to do. It was a group of haters. This is what it was. And that didn't work for me either. But I had to experience all these different things. And the only thing I could tell y'all about is the things that I've been through, my life, and why I'm here, where I'm at, and why I talk the way I talk. And why I put up with some stuff, and some stuff I ain't going to put up with. If I'm feeling in the mood to check somebody, I check them. Sometimes I let people get away with stuff, but I don't let them get away with nothing to a point where it's going to affect me. I don't like pettiness. I don't like liars. And I definitely don't like no thieves. That's why you have to be very special to be in my inner circle. Because I don't trust nobody. I don't trust nobody. And this is how you have to be now in order to not get caught up in the bullcrap that's going on in this world right now, y'all. But anyway, let me get off of here because I've been going on and on and on. But like I said, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, and this guy was on my mind. I am hoping and praying he pulls through. But if he don't, I know that, God, he got plans for him. If he don't. But if he do, a lot of people's prayers will be answered right now because people want him to pull through. I'm one of them. Okay, y'all? So, this is a perfect example of, like I told y'all, yes, he does have a lot of demonic stuff in their music when they first started off. But where is he now? Okay, y'all? You can't say that for a lot of people. You cannot say that. A lot of people that's in the industry right now, their music, demonic years ago, still demonic right now. They have gotten 10, 20 times worse. Those are the people I don't support. But when you know some stuff wasn't right and you talk about it and you're trying to teach other people not to go in any direction, what the industry is about, this music is about, what their intentions are to lock y'all up. The same music that y'all listening to and getting zooted out your mind and listening to, it's affecting you. It makes you want to go out and commit crimes. And when you commit these crimes, you go to prison. And these same people that you're listening to is the ones that's getting paid off of you going to prison. And sooner or later, people going to wake up. There are some guys in the streets, they're going to wake up and stop taking each other's lives. And there are some that is going to continue to do it. Because they're lost, y'all. They are lost. There ain't nothing you can do about it. When I was listening to the music last night, I went back and listened to that song, Mo Murder, that song. I used to like that song when I was younger. And I'm going to tell y'all why I used to like that song. When y'all get mad at somebody, I don't know if y'all do this, but I did this when I was younger. And you get mad and somebody pee you off to a point. You're a good person, got a good heart. But you get mad at somebody that you can't believe somebody did you the way they did you or this and that and that and this. I used to go listen to songs like that. I used to go listen to Scarface, Jesse James, and go listen to, the demonic stuff that people put out. But when you in that mood and somebody that did you wrong, you want to listen to some stuff to get some revenge. This is how people are. When you lost and not open to stuff and haven't been awakened by things, you'll go listen to that stuff. And I listen to that song now, and I think about the mood that I used to be in when I used to listen to it. I haven't listened to that song in a long time. I told y'all I haven't even listened to them because of the fact that the last stories that I heard about them, when they were being blackballed and this and that and this, and then I tried to get away from some of the music that's out here that's so negative. So that's why I haven't listened to them in a long time. But when they came out, oh my God. Oh my goodness, yo. Act Candy and can rap and had that Thug Thizzles. And when you get mad at somebody and you listen to them songs, it just pump you up and you're like, yeah, more murder, more murder. Yeah. It's a difference when you woke. And you know why that music touched you in that way. Because I think about it now and I'm like, I was mad back then when I was listening to them songs. I was mad. But is they on my, playlist now? Do I listen to these kind of songs like this? No, I don't like these type of music anymore. Because I know the effect that it has caused on our people. And it's sad. It's sad what's going on right now. It's sad when the industry now. You know, even TV shows used to try to pretend like they cared about people. They don't care. Look at the award show, how they getting so wretched. The award shows is wretched. Did you see Sukiyana, whatever her name is, all on her knees at the VMAs? And the only thing they say, oh, she embarrassed herself. She ain't embarrassed herself. She put a light on herself like she always like attention. They used to wouldn't show stuff like this on the award shows. But look how they show the award shows now. It used to be a time when blacks was cut out of certain award shows. Now they put them in there. The more wretched you are, the more they put you up on these shows now. And ask yourself why. Because they want them to push this wretchedness mess. They want them to push it. They want the girls that's listening to, you know, the red girl, because ain't nothing sexy about it. They want her to push that message for y'all to catch all kind of packages. Okay? They want her to push that. They want, you know, what's that guy that was riding the horse? Nas X. They want him to push out all of this, you know, mingle tingle with the same. Okay? They want them to push this now. This is what they want y'all to do. Ain't nobody making things better. Things are getting worse. People running out here to vote. And these politicians, look how more rappers and stuff is hanging out. More demonic people is hanging out at the White House. So it doesn't matter who you vote for. If you vote Republican, or if you vote Democrat, same people is going to the White House. Jay-Z, Beyonce, and them stayed at the White House when Obama was in the White House. Did y'all pay attention to that? Then Biden get in there, and look who all hanging out up there now. Yo Gotti and all of them. People that hit somebody up 22 times and took them out and paid for over and over again for people to come at Young Dolph. And he's Black Youngster, and all of these people is hanging out with Biden now. And no charges is getting filed on them for nothing. And ask yourself this question. If Beyonce and them is investing in, and Jay-Z and them allegedly is invested in prisons, y'all don't think that Yo Gotti and them is investing in this too? Y'all don't think so? Y'all better wake up. Because y'all are doing what they want y'all to do. Destroy each other. Okay? This is what they want you to do. And they're going to offer money to the people. That's the worst of something out here. That's going to push it. Do y'all see how certain bloggers are pushed? Push. 500,000 subscribers. Millions of subscribers. Do y'all see how certain people's are pushed, and some people videos barely moving, they're easing up a little bit at a time? Because if you're putting out a certain message, then this is what they want you to do. And the more negative it is, the more money you make. And when you talk about God, they're trying to get rid of you. They don't want you out here talking. When you talk about something positive, trying to teach people something for their own good, they ain't pushing your videos. Pay attention to that, y'all. But anyway, y'all, let me get off of here. I call myself giving y'all an update that he is going into surgery. And I've been talking for an hour, y'all. Okay? Anyway, y'all, prayers up. Let's keep a positive, outlook and hope that he pulls through the second surgery. Only Jehovah knows if he's going to make it through. Okay, y'all? And it's in his hands right now. All right? Anyway, please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.